Yo, what's going on, guys? Christian here. So for this video, what I want to share with you guys today is another question that I got here, and it's by Mr. NWVPLC 1000. We'll keep it at Mr. 1000 for short. So he goes on to say that in May of 2015 he was 320 pounds, and by October 2015 he weighed 270. So it's a pretty much, for the course of 5 months, our man Mr. 1000 has been fucking putting in the work, and he's dropped a total of 50 pounds. Brother, good job, congratulations. That is definitely not easy. That is 4 months of consistent effort. So he goes on to say that he started doing strength training in October combined with cardio, and he's been stuck there ever since at 270 pounds. And he's only lost 2 inches from his waist. He goes on to give me his daily diet. Looks pretty solid, very clean, very good. His total daily caloric intake, 1,800 calories. He goes on to start to talk about his strength training. He asks whether it's better to lift heavy weights for fat loss or lighter weights, and higher reps, as he's always reading conflicting opinions. So, my man, that is the whole entire fitness industry in a nutshell in the, let's say, internet, right? So pretty much, Mr. NW, Mr. 1000, what you're experiencing is a weight loss plateau. Now, the reason why you're experiencing that weight loss plateau is that I'm assuming you've been consuming 1,800 calories for the past 4 months, whenever you have been in the caloric deficit, right? So from May to October, I'm only assuming that you've been eating 1,800 calories. Now, to tell you the truth, the only reason why you're experiencing this weight loss plateau is because, like I said, you've been consuming the 1,800 calories. Now, the reason why is because human beings were made to survive. We're made to survive, so over time, as we're losing weight, being in a caloric deficit, our body is trying to get accustomed to that set number of calories. Because if we keep on dropping our calories, we're gonna end up dying. You get me? That's why our bodies end up storing a lot of fat. That's why our bodies really do not want to lose that stored energy, that being our fat. So our metabolism goes down over a prolonged amount of time of being in a caloric deficit so that we could survive the next famine, right? That's what we have, stored energy, that being our fat. So pretty much the reason why you're experiencing this plateau, in short, is because your body has gotten used to that 1,800 calorie stimulus. So in order to mitigate that, in order to come back to losing as much weight as you possibly can, is you could either up your cardio, you could either lower your calories, but in all honesty, that's just gonna make life a lot worse. That's just gonna make your diet a hell of a freaking grind, and you're just not gonna simply enjoy any of this. Your overall enjoyment of life is going to be greatly diminished if you try and lower your calories, or if you try and do a lot more work than you're already doing. So what I would advise you to do, what I would suggest, is pretty much to hit maintenance calories for like about 2 weeks. Now, the way you find out that number is pretty much take your body weight in pounds right now. Since you've said you've been at 270 for a prolonged amount of time, you just take that initial 270 pounds and multiply that by either 14 to 15, whatever you feel is more enjoyable for your needs. So my man, you really do deserve this, man. You do deserve a prolonged amount of time where you're eating maintenance calories. You're not going to gain any fat. If you do gain any fat, it's only going to be like this, but since you're eating maintenance calories, you're really just not going to be gaining any more weight. The weight that you are going to be gaining weight, but the weight that you're going to be gaining is pretty much just going to be liver glycogen being stored back into the muscle, and naturally, since you're going to be consuming a little bit more carbohydrates with the natural, of course, since you're going to be eating a little bit more calories, you're going to be retaining a lot more water. So of course, you're going to be gaining a little bit of weight. It's not going to be much. It's pretty much, like I said, water weight, glycogen, and just overall food, right? You will gain muscle too, because I could tell reading on your training regimen that is pretty solid, and once you start moving towards that maintenance calories, you're going to be building a little bit more of that nice muscle. So Mr. 1000, hopefully this has helped you along your journey, and as always, I'll catch y'all in the very next video. Peace out, guys.